John Ashworth here. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome to the Johnny Renaissance podcast. It's early here in Wisconsin. The wind's blowing and howling outside, snow everywhere. It's going to clear up a little bit, but it's cold. It's January and I'm up early working on the book and getting inspired. And I have a few things to share with you quick here today. I want to talk about something that's been gnawing at me lately. And it connects directly with what we discussed in the last episode, which has to do with time integrity and creating space in your business, space in your life, space so that you can do the things you want to do. Remember, there's no such thing as time. Time is not real. It's something we invented in order to operate in a logical fashion in society. But when you can let go of that and look instead at the idea of how can I create space in my life? Because that will create time and allow you to do more. Here's what I've realized. A lot of funeral professionals have created this massive space problem without even knowing it. And it's costing you, not just in revenue, but in your ability to truly serve your families, which is what I know all you are out there to do. So let me ask you something. When did being too professional become an excuse for not educating people before they need you, especially when it comes to pre-need, but in general? At need and pre-need. Think about that for a second. You wait until families are in the funeral home in the worst moments of their lives, emotionally devastated, making decisions with worth thousands of dollars. And that's when you decide to explain why your approach matters so much. That's when you educate them on the value of what you do. Now, I know a lot of times you don't have, you can do what you can do, and then families don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to do it. So they wait. So it's not like you can prevent that problem in general. But does that really sound like service to you? Because it doesn't to me. Here's the reality. Death plus emotion plus tradition has created this weird bubble where sales aversion feels righteous. It's so easy to convince yourself that selling death care is different, that the sacred nature of your work somehow exempts you from basic business fundamentals, that education-based marketing would be disrespectful, or that you don't have time for it, or maybe you just don't know how to do it, or where to just set your foot in the water and get started. And I get it, I really do. The resistance feels and looks noble on the surface. But what if the resistance is actually preventing you from serving people at the highest level? What if that's the case? And remember, this is a whole chapter in my new book talking about the importance of service as sales. To sell is to serve. The question is whether you're willing to build systems that let you serve people long before they desperately need you. This is how you sell more pre-need. This is how you sell more at need. This is how you grow your business. But it takes an effort and intention and a real expert system in order to make it happen. But it first takes your belief in the value of this system and making it go. The question is whether or not you are willing to build systems that let you serve people before they desperately need you. Systems that create space for education when people are calm and rational. That's what a funeral planning workshop, funeral planning seminar is all about. Although I think we get a little caught up in hard selling and hard closing people during those seminars. It should be part of your pipeline. You should be trying to make appointments at those seminars, but you should also be using them as a foundation for this education-based marketing. Systems that create space for education when people are calm and rational. Systems that give families the gift of informed decision-making instead of crisis mode scrambling. And this connects directly with what we talked about in the last podcast with the time integrity code. Remember, point A and point B. Here's point A. You're waiting for families to come to you in crisis. And here's point B. You've built a systematic way to reach people before crisis hits, educating them, building relationships, creating trust. The space between those 2 points, that's where your business development time should go. That's where your intentional planning should be happening. And if you're working with a pre-need partner of some kind, and if you're not working on this, you should be. Ask them about this. Ask me about this. Start a conversation with me about this. Because most of you aren't creating this space. You're too busy being professional to be proactive. So here's my challenge to you today. What if sales done systematically, not accidentally, is actually the highest form of service in our profession? What if that's true? What if pre-need isn't just about securing revenue, but about giving families the space to make thoughtful decisions? That changes everything when you begin to think about it that way. What if education-based marketing isn't disrespectful, but is actually the most respectful thing you could do? What if leaning into your Facebook business page and spending time on creating customized content that matters, that inspires people, that educates people? What if that's the most important thing you can do right now? Would you spend more time on it, more intention on it, invest more in it? Certainly you would. I'm diving deep into this in my book because I think this is the biggest mindset shift our profession needs to make. And I want to hear from you. Where are you on this? Are you waiting for families to need you, or are you building systems to serve them before the crisis hits? Drop me a message. Let's talk about it. Until next time, this is John Ashworth reminding you, create space, build systems, serve families at the highest level, and remember that to sell is to serve. Take care. Hope to hear from you soon. Later.